Hello everyone. It's very hard for me to make this video, but it's time for me to come forward and apologize to you all. Make sure to like this video and use code SPAZA on mechanicalkeyboards.com. Ah yes, YouTuber apologies, absolutely love those. You know you've made it in the YouTube game when you make your first apology video. I know it's been a while since I made something, but I was very busy with university. Luckily I'm back though. I'm sorry to play with your feelings a bit, but unfortunately the title is not clickbait. I actually owe you guys an apology, so let's get into it. Some time ago I made a video on this channel covering a very controversial subject. As a result of my video some drama has started, many people have been left confused, and as a matter of fact I accidentally spread some misinformation, so it's time for me to finally come forward and rectify the issue. I'm of course talking about my keyboard polling rate video, where I briefly talk about polling rate, how it relates to OSU standard, and how to, quote, properly measure your keyboard's polling rate. Before I continue with any of this, I need to specify that I'm not a developer, I'm not an engineer, I'm not even studying in this field, I'm just an OSU player who makes videos on YouTube and happens to like mechanical keyboards. So please, take everything I say with a pinch of salt, cause honestly, I know about as much as you do, if not a lot less. In my video I gave a very short summary of what polling rate is, and I think I did a pretty good job with that. The two things I undoubtedly messed up on are number 1, how to measure a keyboard's polling rate, which was the entire point of the video in the first place, and 2, the correlation between delay and PCB. I provided a very simple input polling measurement tool found on GitHub and suggested to double tap for a while. Doing so, you'd be able to figure out your keyboard's polling rate based on the numbers that came up on screen. Now, this is not entirely incorrect, but I did get some of the definitions mixed up. For instance, double tapping or simply pressing multiple keys at the same time is only really useful if you wanna check whether your keyboard's chord splits or not. Chord splitting is a phenomenon that only really exists in virtual scroll rhythm games like Mania, and is essentially a keyboard's capability of comfortably handling more key presses at the same time, without dropping any extra inputs. So basically, simply double tapping isn't the easiest way to measure your keyboard's polling rate. I also said that even if a keyboard has super high polling rate, you could still experience delay if the PCB is low quality. In reality, this is not the only answer, because things like firmware, keyboard controller, your operating system, and even the cable or USB port sometimes can negatively affect the way your keyboard behaves. It was very stupid of me to try and boil it down to a single cause, and for that I'm really sorry. I think this is the best I can do to correct the record of my mistakes, but if you are somebody who's into this sort of thing and you're pulling your hair out watching this video cause somehow I'm wrong about everything again, please send me a comment down below so I can heart it, pin it, and be done with it. So yeah, I'm sorry for accidentally spreading some very confusing info. Next time I try to work on something that goes way beyond my field of knowledge, I'll make sure to ask for help, and double, triple check with multiple people before turning it into a YouTube video. So one question arises. Spaza, is there really no way to measure my keyboard's polling rate? Well, there are ways to do it. Many people mention using USB view, but I personally found that method to be a bit unintuitive and not particularly clear. However, this is where the man, the myth, the legend, Mattiazzi comes into play. He's a rhythm gamer specialized in Clone Hero, and he actually reached out to me to talk about keyboards. After telling him about my troubles and tribulations with polling rate, the madman has actually developed a very simple tool to measure your keyboard's polling rate: Keyboard Inspector. All you have to do is go to the GitHub link in the description, go to Releases and download the Keyboard Inspector zip file. Unzip it, run it, and literally all you have to do is hit start recording. From here on you can double tap, type, stream, spam for a couple seconds, whatever you wanna do. Hit stop recording, click on the polling rate tab to analyze, and you should get an answer on what your polling rate is. The tool uses the timestamps of the inputs to statistically determine the most likely polling rate. As you can see here, it's giving me definitely 1000 Hz for my EPO maker, same thing for my SimPad, HyperX Alloy Origin score, and BFKB. On my Leopold it gives me 125 Hz, so it checks out, but if your keyboard has some insane delay cause it's very cheap like my Gamma K, the tool will not give any results, simply because it's not confident that any consistent polling rate is being used in the first place. Keep in mind this tool is brand new, it's still in development, so if you experience any issues, bugs, make sure to provide feedback on GitHub or on Mati's own Discord server, which I will link down there in the description. Even after all of this, I still think polling rate is ultimately useless for OSU standard, but I still had to apologize and I hope you'll be able to forgive me. On that particular subject, if you guys remember, I said I was gonna do another keyboard giveaway, so this might be a good time to announce it. Yes, I'm giving away an HyperX Alloy Origin Score mechanical keyboard with US layout and HyperX red switches. This is by far the most popular OSU keyboard of 2021, with a ton of top players using it these days, and I'm gonna host this giveaway on gleam.io. So just go to the link in the description, fill as many entries as you want, and you can get a chance to win this keyboard for free. Winner will be announced in exactly 2 weeks, on July 15th. I wish all of you guys good luck with the giveaway. I'm sorry again for spreading misinformation. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you all in my next video. Have a good one, guys.